Good morning, everyone. Of course, it's Monday, so I woke up late today, and I'm going to show you how we can do a quick 10-minute makeup look. So we're going to start today with our NARS foundation. I am using this because it's long wear, it's great, it's going to stay all day, and I don't have to worry about it. So I'm just going to use one of my little palettes. Squirt a couple of drops on there. And we're gonna go in with my Urban Decay, this is their Pro Foundation brush. We're just gonna kind of smooth that in. This is great coverage too, guys. I don't like anything that's too full coverage, so this is kind of like a perfect happy medium for me, at least. I do have a little bit of acne right now, just a couple spots, but we'll conceal those in just a minute. Okay. So we're looking pretty blended, pretty good. Kind of drag that down your neck a little bit, make sure it's all great. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Smashbox. This is their 24-hour studio skin, I'm sorry, it's their waterproof concealer. And I am just going to do this in my under eye. This concealer is nice too because it's almost the exact shade, if you can see that, as the NARS that I'm using, so I'm not going for like a super contoured look today. We'll hit that blemish right there. And then we're just gonna sponge it in. I personally don't think there's any wrong way to use a beauty blender. Some people swear by getting it wet. I don't ever get it wet. I just kind of use a patting and swirling motion with it. I always take the excess and go onto my nose just to kind of brighten that up. And then we'll hit that little blemish spot a little extra. Perfect. So now I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil. Usually I use a combination of a pomade and a pencil, but today, just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna use the brow pencil. Of course, that one I grabbed is almost empty. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I use the soft brown. And again, going for a lighter look. So we're just kind of mapping those out. And then we'll fill. I do feel like no matter how much time you do or don't have, like, your brows are definitely an essential, for me at least. Mine are pretty blonde and sparse, so I've got to always kind of fill them too, if you can see. Yeah, definitely need something, so. When I do like super formal makeup, I do a lot of shading with my brows, kind of like light to dark. But today, we're just keeping it simple and easy. Just kind of going with the comb, make sure everything's all good. Alright, so for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using 2 different Lorac palettes. This is the Lorac Pro and then Lorac Gold. Lorac is great, especially this Pro palette. It's super neutral, pretty much everything you need to kind of get what you're looking for. And again, I'm not going too crazy or dark today. We're just gonna kind of keep it a simple, easy look. So I'm gonna start with the color Canvas, and I'm just gonna brush this on as a base. So it's not too much darker than my skin tone, but it at least gives us something to work with. Really pretty color. Super natural. Okay, so then I'm going to close this palette, and we are going to go in with the Lorac Gold palette. This one has some nice shimmery shades, and I'm going to use this for kind of like my brow highlight region. So I'm going to use the color, it is called Uninhibited. We're just going to kind of sweep that up here. Give us a little pop of shimmer. Real pretty. And then I'm gonna hit Unlocked, which is the whiter color on this palette. I'm just gonna put that right in my brow arch. Just like that. I love doing these short tutorials because those of you that don't know, I am 6 months pregnant, so this is going to be something that I'm going to have to get used to very quick, so it's a great learning process for me too. Alright, so we're going back to the Lorac Pro, and there is a color on here called Clay. I'm going to use that very lightly. It really complements that canvas color, and I'm just going to lightly lay that slightly above my crease, because we still want that dimension on the lower lid. And just like that. Again, slightly above the crease. So we've got that pretty even out. If you do feel like there's a couple spots, you can always, this brush is great. It's the Shade to Light brush by Kat Von D. If you do feel like there are a couple spots that need, you can kind of go in with the pointier side and kind of fine tune them. Voila. I'm going to go back in one last time with that Uninhibited color just to kind of blend out that darker color we just did. Very lightly. You saw that was like 2-3 strokes. And yeah, that's our eyeshadow. Okay, so that leaves us with mascara. Well, it leaves us with, we're gonna do a little bit of bronzing first before we put our mascara on. Just gonna use this Too Faced. This is their Sweethearts bronzer. It's their Baked Luminous Glow. I like this because it's relatively lighter, especially I'm in Chicago in the winter, so you don't want anything that's like, oh, did you just get back from vacation? So sweep this on there, bring it up and across. sweeping it on. And then again, bring it up and across. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the Smashbox contour palette. So again, like I said earlier, we're not doing any heavy contour, but this has some great like banana powders and like baking powders for under eye and kind of right here in this cheekbone. So I'm going to be using that to just give us a little contrast right through there. Under eye. It does really blend everything together nicely too. And then we are going to move into mascara. So my mascara I am using today is Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is my favorite mascara ever. I love it and it just works great. I have really blonde, short, stubbly eyelashes, so I find that this mascara really does the trick for me. Super jet black, super lengthening, but it doesn't leave you with that clump, and I don't get any like fall off or under eye problems during the day with this one. So I think it's really great. So I did get a little bit right here under my eye, and it should kind of just swipe right away with your foundation. If it doesn't, hit it with some Shape Tape or whatever concealer you had on, and it should just come right off. But the last thing we're going to do is our highlight. Today I am using Lancome. This is their Starlight Sparkle Highlight Palette. This is a holiday limited edition. I was lucky enough to get one. There's 3 different shades on there. Today I'm going to be using this middle one. I love this palette. Just gonna hit our cheek right there with some highlight. A lot of people are really picky about their highlighting brushes. I'm not. I think that this rounded brush does just as good as like a fan brush. So yeah. When I do my nose and my forehead, I never really grab any more powder. Sometimes from my chin, I'll grab just a little more, but that is it. That is our quick and easy tutorial today. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.